So let's build an ink transition. Ink transition. Let's build an ink transition. Alright, so here are our two shots that we want to do the transition with. Here's our first one, and then our second one. And for this, we won't need the audio, so we will delete the audio quick. And it's just a truck driving down the road and it goes into a parking lot. I'll just cut off the ends of this for now, just to make this go a little quicker. And let's look at our, oh, this is the one I want to use. Okay, so the idea is it starts off and it goes boom, and then it spreads, right? But the spreading is kind of slow. So I need that spreading to go a little quicker. So what we'll do is we'll just drop this down. And for this clip, we want to see the curve for speed, not the frames. So we want to start out like normal. We'll put a keyframe there, and then I want all of this to kind of speed up, and for this node we'll just put a little curve that goes a little, yeah, let's try to speed that up even more. And then see how it like went off here? There's these two little guys that are right here at the end, and this just states what the scaling is for it. So right now the bottom is 0 and the top is 300. If you want to scale up higher or scale lower, you just come to this little thing, this little guy right here, and you move it, and then that's how you can then scale higher than the 0 to 300 that it starts at. So there we go. Okay. How long is this clip so far? This is pretty long, but it'll be all right. All right, and then by the end of this, let's say the end is like right here. By the end of this, I want this to be the size of the frame. So I'm just going to scale this so it's something like that. So it starts out and then it gets bigger. Okay. Now, I have to do this in two parts because I want to have the one shot inside and then the other shot on the outside, right? Because it's going from one to the other. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to take one frame or one side of this. So like let's say here, and I'm going to just cut this clip and then take these two and then come over to the color tab and then add an alpha. And for this one, I'm just going to, just in case there's a color difference in there, I'm going to just make this chroma so it's for sure black and white. So do that, and then for this one we're actually going to build our key from. We are going to key out all of the black. So I'm just going to come down here to luminance and key out all the black, and then we'll flip it here so then we can see everything that's in here. And as time goes on, we will lose a lot of that. Okay, so I think that's a good key. So we'll hit save quick and we'll come over. If we look at the shot now, we can see the white. Let's go back a little bit. We can see the white and then our shot on the inside. So now we have to build the shot around on the outside. So we're gonna take both of these And we're gonna make a compound clip. And then we're gonna take the clip and we're gonna come over the other side. We wanna make sure we don't move here because this is a continuation. If these two clips play, it's a continuation from one clip to the other. So we have to make sure that we don't move this edge. All right, and then we'll just cut here as well. And you can just use a razor if you want to. You don't have to do the cut, but I like to do the cut. And then we will now come back over and we'll just make 2 nodes quick. And I'll add an alpha out, and we're clicking on this little guy to make our alpha. And then for this one, we want to key out the white. So we're just going to key out the white. And now if we come into the shot, if we look at this quick, we have our shot on the outside and our shot on the inside and a very terrible looking edge going all the way around. So we have to work on that, but this is the idea that we have here. Okay, so coming back over to here, if we turn off this, we can now see our edge. And the first thing I'll do is you can see it's kind of rigid. We'll just add a little bit of blur, and it'll obviously make blur it out, but it'll extend it a little bit. So then we'll just use our ratio and bring that back in. So something like that. That's looking good. Okay. So now, let's go back to our edit tab and we'll connect these and make this a little longer. Bring this back just a little bit. Now let this render quick. Now it has rendered, so we'll come to this end, full screen it, play. And there it is. Couple of things that I noticed. We'll go backwards a little bit. We have some craziness going on here. So we'll have to fix that. And my guess on why that was is because that's where the lights were. And we keyed white. And I'm guessing the lights in the shot were white for this garage. I bet the lights in there were white. So it then keyed them. And I added in the blur and everything. And that's why they were so big. So what I'll have to do now, we have this, 2 things. One, I don't like that it just disappears like that. So we'll have to fix that. But the other thing is I have to fix in here. I mean, I guess you could leave it, but it just like disappearing like that is kind of weird. So we'll come into here. And this is where we have our keyer for these lights in the white. What we have to do is we have to make another node. So I'm just gonna click on this one and create another node. So we'll just come up here to nodes, add serial node, and that'll add this node. We'll reconnect these two, and then we will right click, add node, key mixer, and then on the bottom we'll add this one, on the top we'll add this one, and then our output will go to the output. And then now in this, we can add in, if we're actually clicking on it, we can add in this little guy. And now it will, if we look at this, we'll have our lights back, okay? So, but the only thing that we have to make sure of is because this is, you know, going in and out, we have to track it. So let's track this quick. Okay, let's take a look at this quick. Doesn't look all that great, but it's not that bad because there is so many other specs here, but it is kind of noticeable. You can go in and fix those. I just wanted to not have, when it's wide like this, to not have, you know, stuff like this. I mean, I guess it is kind of fine, but it just like disappearing like that is the biggest thing that I wanted to make sure of. So I think actually what we're gonna do is go below both of these, come over like this, and then on this shot, we add our cross dissolve in here. I think that will be better. All right. So far I think that has turned out pretty well. Could add in some music. Let's find some quick. So just like a bass drop would actually work fine. I think it came out pretty good. I don't know what you think, but I think it came out pretty good. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on this one. If you have any ideas or suggestions, leave them down there as well. Again, my name's JR, and thanks for watching.